Hi friends! Our Making Meaning book this week is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. It is written by Laura Numeroff. She wrote the words, that means she's the author. And it's illustrated by Felicia Bond. The illustrator draws the pictures. Give me a thumbs up if you've heard this book before. Usually lots of friends have read a book in this series. Did you know there's other books, like If You Give a Dog a Donut, or If You Give a Pig a Pancake? I have some of those books here in the classroom. Maybe one day you'll get to see them. All right, so I want you to listen carefully to hear what happens in the story. It's a story about a mouse who gets a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks in the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. A trim is just a little cut. So he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. Look how tired he is. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. When you fluff a pillow, it means you kind of shake it to make it more comfortable. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. I'm going to stop and ask you a question right now. I would like you to tell anyone who's sitting there with you what has happened in the story so far. Go ahead and pause and tell what's happened in the story so far, and unpause when you're done. So hopefully you were able to think back to the beginning of the story when he was given a cookie. And then after he was given a cookie, it kind of led to other things that he needed. So hopefully you were able to name a few of those things, like a napkin or a straw. All right, let's keep going. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited, he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. When the picture's finished, he'll want to sign his name. When you sign your name, you just put your name. You write your name on something, on your picture. That's what famous artists do. With a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back and look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that, remind means to help him remember, that he's thirsty. Oh, look how thirsty he is. So, he'll ask for a glass of milk, and chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. All right. So I'm going to ask you another question. Remember, making meaning is all about talking and answering questions about the story to make sure you really understand it. So this question you will talk to someone at your home about, but you're also going to put it on our discussion board, okay? So I want to know, do you think that this is a funny story? And what part did you think was funny, if you think it's a funny story? Go ahead and talk to someone at home about if you thought the story was funny, and if you did, what part was funny. Go ahead and pause and do that now. All right, I'm gonna show you a part of the story that a lot of kids generally think is funny. It was on the page where he was going to make him a little bed to sleep in, right? So in this picture, the mouse is just in his underwear. Remember how I told you the other day when we were doing our phonemic awareness during our morning meeting that kindergarten kids love the word underwear? And I told you not to laugh, and I saw y'all laugh anyway. So in here, he's just wearing his underwear. I guess that's what he wears to bed. So a lot of kids find that part of the story funny. So tomorrow, we're going to have another chance to talk about the story. And this is the time where I would talk about all the things that I saw you doing responsible. So I loved how you were not talking, how you were looking at me when I was reading the story. That lets me know that you're listening. And I also loved that you shared with somebody at home. It's really important that when I ask you to stop and talk, that you do pause and do the talking and not just watch me. Keep going. All right, guys, that's all for today. Join me again tomorrow for If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.